Scene is set in the city of Vione shortly after Ragnar's ordeal in the forest. Um, You've returned back to the main city. Uh, two of two of the companions you're traveling with stop like about 200 yards from the edge of the city, um, and shake their heads at you. It will only draw attention.
Good. Remember what the Alpha said. We're not here to make war with the vampires, and so we won't. But I need to go inform the prince that that he is not to make any incursions into their forest, so that he does not provoke your kin.
We will howl if we see anything, but be warned. And this is the big. This is the or not really all that big, medium-sized red wolf talking. I sense great corruption from the city.
Yes, I knew there was something coming to corrupt.
All right. So as you enter the city, your staff starts to glow red.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, well I follow because the flame kind of flickers towards the direction or leans towards the direction that it is. I'll go wherever that is.
All right. I'm gonna roll a perception alertness for you.
All right, 5.
Yep, I know.
Okay.
All right. I think you're good unless that's a 1. It is a 1. You're not good. You don't see anything.
All right, I don't need anything.
All right. You just start following your staff around, and you bump into Chris's character.
Okay.
He's standing with the Malvoisin, and nearby them is Duke Philippe Augustus in brand new robes and armor. And they're all standing around looking up at something that is rising from near the slum of the town, in the lower east corner of the town.
What the fuck?
There's a huge black monolith, basically. Probably about as tall as a 3-story building, so pretty tall, higher than most of the buildings in town. And there are raises in the ground around it that would suggest roots. And there's a bunch of peasants all gathered around it, and they're all standing staring up at it, and some of them are crying, and some of them are praying, and some of them just look confused. Most of them though just have their jaws open and their eyes wide, and they look up at the monolith. But you guys all see PJ and Grog and all that, and gravitated towards each other. This was not here last time anybody else was here.
I'll glance over to Lucien Young and I'll say, such a thing will only draw the attention of the church. What is this?
Do not know. This was not here the last time I was in this town, which was only 3 weeks ago. I mean, it's practically yesterday. Is this some sort of new pagan cult in town?
Titanus was supposed to fix this.
I'll raise a brow. What is it?
There was something tainted that was planted in the spot. I don't know what it is. Did you decide that is red the color that it glows whenever there's infernal shit around?
Yes.
Okay.
Should we not dig it up then? Consecrate the area and dig up what is tainting the earth around us?
I suppose. I don't know. Honestly, I am unfamiliar with what this obelisk is, which makes it even more important that I get done what I needed to get done. The prince tasked me with if I could destroy the gargoyle, I would get access to the Tremere's Chantry, and their libraries are vast. And I don't know if digging it up is the right course of action, what it could do to the people. I know we need to do something, I just don't know what it is.
There are books in this chantry that should help us with this.
Perhaps it would be better if we evacuated the town, salted the earth, and killed all the peasants.
There is always this.
Ragnar scratches his beard.
I'm staring at your staff. What is this color?
It's glowing a different color, yeah, and it's bending towards the obelisk.
I start rubbing the pommel of my sword when I talk about killing all the peasants.
Surely, if we don't act, the church will get involved.
Hey, everybody make a perception alertness.
5 dice.
You got 2.
Oh man.
What's the difficulty?
6.
I got 3.
I don't think my specialty works on this, but I got 3.
Alright.
I got 1.
Okay. Well, anyone who got at least 1, you see a priest in like black friar robes with a shaved head, and a big like he's got like a staff with a cross on it, and a big silver crucifix hanging from his neck. And he looks and he smiles at everyone in the crowd, and he says, brothers and sisters of Vion, do not fear. This is a sign from God. He has granted us our own consecrated figure with which to center our worship around. Church will be held here on Sundays from now on, under the open sky, in the eyes of God. We are sending for scholars to translate the markings on the obelisk, and once it is fully translated, we will relay God's message to you all. Rejoice! And who got 3 successes?
I got
I
3.
did.
Okay, so the 2 of you notice that the priest has, like his irises are like bright green, and they're rimmed with like a gold circle around the green, and he looks almost like he's in religious ecstatics.
Jake, what did the 2 minions think about this?
They're nowhere to be seen.
Does my staff react to him if I move it?
No.
I make an Auspex check on him, aura reading.
Alright.
1 success. I think it's
He's
difficulty
got
7, so 1 success.
He's got a pale, I mean, not a pale, a bright aura like a human.
Alright.
Can I maybe roll intelligence, theology, to tell that this is fucked up?
I mean, I don't think you need to roll intelligence theology to know that this is fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the peasants are gathering around and they're listening to him, and he's like, yes, yes, God put this here. This is from God. He's sending us a message. We are in a time of great prophecy. The red star in the sky is the sword of Michael. He blesses our cause, our crusade against the Saracens. And this will hold the key to everlasting hope and peace and prosperity for all of God's children.
Excuse me, Aesir. You're much more learned in the biblical teachings than I. I'm not talking to him, I'm talking to Aesir. Is that not that you should put nothing before Christ, even this obelisk?
Maybe it is so. And you should not pray to the Lord outside the boundaries of the house of God, which is a church.
You should also not pray and do such things on unhallowed ground either.
I do not know whether this ground is followed or not. This magic frippery is not befitting of my lordly demeanor.
I will like gesture for you guys to come closer to me.
I'll get in closer, but I'll glance at Philippe Augustus, and I'll say, as a crusading man, you are well aware that the heresy is strong in this region of France, of the Cathars, though I have never encountered one. Perhaps this is their doing.
Zig,
Perhaps
roll a perception awareness as you talk to Grog.
Awareness. I got, depends what the difficulty is. If it's a 6, I got 4 successes.
There's something very, very off about him.
Yeah.
He's like, the air around him is cold. His pupils are like much larger and darker than normal, and he just gives off like an eerie vibe to you of like something alien and unknown.
Alright, I look a little disturbed and I don't meet eye contact with him. But I do say what I say.
Yes, this is great heresy here, though how we will deal with it. Jake, is there a temple nearby to God or a large church, cathedral?
No, there's no cathedral in this town. They're all like the cathedrals are mostly in Touraine, and there's one in the south near Staisinobi. And then the 2 monasteries up in the north, the main city doesn't have its own cathedral. It's got probably like maybe like a small wooden chapel somewhere, and then the castle will have its own chapel.
Since we're closer to Ragnar now, and after what Philippe said to me, I'll say, you are the one with the sword.
We should gather our forces and march upon this town and cleanse it before Christ.
I not
And I'll cross myself as I say that.
All of a sudden, you hear a bunch of shrieks coming from the crowd around the monolith.
Okay. I will look that way.
A whole bunch of people, men and women, have fallen to their knees, and their arms are raised up towards the monolith. And their heads are like rolling backwards, and their eyes are rolling up in their heads, and they're like speaking in tongues.
This. We need to go speak with Brother Ariel.
When everybody came in close, I say, my vision of this was that this thing that was planted, these obelisks, are going to be dragging the mortals to hell, condemning their souls.
Oh my God!
Well, they are condemned to hell no matter what if they die outside the realms of Christ and the Holy Church.
Yes, but for something to actively be seeking to send them to hell is different than just normal ignorance.
Are they making words, or are they just are they all in unison, or are they all just like mumbling out?
No, they're all saying a whole bunch of different stuff in a whole bunch of different languages.
Okay, but like all on their own, not like a unified voice.
Yeah, no, not like a unified voice. Some of them start to like snap out of it, and their family and friends will be around them or whatever, like holding them because they're basically having seizures. And they're like, "I've seen Jesus. Jesus says he's coming back. He's coming back. He's going to like make it a Christian world, and we're going to all go to heaven together." and there will be eternal bliss for all the faithful.
Let us.
We're in the capital city. That means that Uriel might be here. Yes.
His name is Uriah, and no, he lives
Uriah?
he lives up in the mountains.
Yeah, we lose.
Would they have a pigeon caught at the prince's Elysium to send word to him?
With pigeons?
Yeah.
No,
Like,
but
that's
they,
how-
they have messengers. Prince does not like animals.
I believe, gentlemen, that we should send a message to Uriah. He is much older and wiser.
I'll raise a brow.
I do not know. When I see such blasphemy, my blood boils and I wish to destroy it immediately. And I start like just rubbing my hand over the pommel of my sword as I say this.
Rooting out these mortals doesn't root out the issue, and if we root out the issue, the mortals will no longer have their minds swayed towards heresy.
So let us pursue the issue.
Agreed.
Their souls are already forfeit, as far as I am concerned.
Desmond! Desmond! They all start chanting. And they all join hands and start to ring around the rosy around the monolith while chanting psalms.
What are they chanting? Balal?
Psalms.
Oh, Psalms. I said Balal. I was like, what?
Alright, so we're approaching this monolith, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Alright, everybody make a perception alertness. PJ, I know I'm doing it for you. Bruh.
Bruh, I didn't even say anything, bruh. I was just chilling, duh.
You got 2.
Woo!
I got 3.
Alright. PJ, you see oh, you got 2. Grog, you just see a blur go flying past the moon. Everyone who's got higher than 1 success, for an instant, you see the gargoyle flying westward over the night sky.
Is he
I
flying?
look up.
Is that away from the monolith or towards it?
Away, I suppose. It's like
Alright.
flying out of town towards the city of Zumace.
Alright, I turn around and start going towards the gargoyle.
Alright, it leads
I'll
directly into the
hop on my
woods.
horse. I'll
Yeah,
hop on
I'll
my
take that.
horse and be like, it is no coincidence that's where this unholy monolith obelisk thing comes up and the demon appears. We should ride forth to quest against it.
Alright, I nod towards you and go towards my transportation, so I'll unhook a horse from the carriage.
So which force is it going towards? You like G-Man's or what? Because you said it was like
Yeah, it's
west.
going towards G-Man's forest.
Okay, cool.
The 2 werewolves that are with you, they
Well,
look to you. They look to you, PJ. Oh yeah. No, these 2 humans, a little raggedy boy and a big burly Nordic-looking man, come walking up to PJ from the crowd. If you want, you can do an perception awareness. Guess that they're supernatural. But one of them starts talking to PJ in Old Norse, and Ander says to you, "The demon that we seek flies that way, but much corruption remains in the town. Shall we accompany you on your hunt, or stay here and try to root out the source of the evil.
Root out the source of the evil if you can, brother.
He nods and he puts his fingers in his mouth and whistles, and then like starts walking basically away from town towards the other forest where the other two are waiting.
Okay.
And him and the little ragamuffin boy walk away.
I'll just have a brow raised. I don't suspect any supernatural stuff, so I won't make that roll. But I'll just like raise a brow as he's dealing with these people.
I'll just imagine that they're like dirty heathens like Ragnar always deals with.
Yeah.
I get technically that would be right.
You are correct, sir.
Come, Gottfried. The demon. You must destroy it. Gottfried's my squire.
I will get on my high horse and ride.
Oh, can we stay here and play with the big blocks? Grog.
What? I just
You
gotta
know,
look around.
the big block right there with all the people playing Ring Around the Rosie. Can we go play with it?
It's infernalistic. I would suggest you not play with it.
Oh, come off it. It'll be fine.
Do you know what as they're like riding away, do you know what infernals are?
Yeah, you know, all those places with the sick people and the women with the big hats.
No, infernals as in demons.
Oh, right.
Those that worship demons.
Oh, those guys are retards.
Exactly, and that's playing with that would be retarded.
Oh, but we want to play with all the retards.
Would like to
By the
kill
way,
the
Grog's
humans,
character is
I
just
have
like
no problem
talking.
with that.
He's like talking to himself, talking about killing the humans.
I grin at him. I'm imagining mid-ride, or are we still waiting?
No, you're mid-ride, but they're like bitching at Grog, and he's talking to someone who's not there.
Almost like I was driven insane by a Malkavian at some point.
How do we know we travel in the right direction?
Oh yeah, but like once you
Actually,
enter the forest, you
Have we
lost
lost sight
it
of it?
because of the
Okay.
trees. Yeah.
Just head in this direction. Didn't know where it went. I cannot track it through the air. These damn demons.
I'll Auspex enhance my sight.
Can I survival to see if it was flying towards one of the towns too, or like any place?
Yeah, I already said it was. It's flying towards the city of Zamace.
The mace. Which one's that?
The one that's adjacent to the main city, the one right to the left of it.
Okay. I guess I'll just like ride my horse in that direction towards that place then.
Alright, and then everybody sees everyone's favorite uncle standing in the middle of the road.
You man.
He holds up a hand.
Alright. Geosius, I hunt.
He steps aside.
Okay, continue riding.
Have we seen this guy before? Or no?
Yeah, you've all seen Geosius many times.
Alright, sweet. Keep riding.
He actually starts to like run alongside whoever's riding at the back of the pack. He like runs alongside them.
Well, I imagine that I was in the front because.
Well, then he's not riding alongside you, then, is he?
Yeah, there you go. Good. Don't want.
Good, 'cause he's not.
Girl next to my horse.
Okay.
It took me a minute to to tell the Darklings to either kill them or not fuck with them. So I guess I'm in the rear trying to catch up to the front.
Yeah, and suddenly this big giant dude, I don't know if you've met Geosius before, but he is running alongside of your horse like, minimal effort.
Interesting.
He like gives off the aura of a predator.
Interesting.
He turns his head towards you, Grog, and says, "Strange one, what is your quarry?"
A demon that flies in the air.
He points off in the sky towards the northwest, which is not directly towards the city of Zamason. Leads off the path into the woods and points over there. Moving very fast through the sky.
We know that Geonosis is a gangrel, right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Pretty obvious. He's got a few bestial features or something.
Yeah.
Can you call forth a bat or something? Follow it.
I can do many things. This is your hunt.
Very well. Just riding onward, you know.
Grog, you suck.
Eh.
He said, "Hey, look, the quarry turned that way," and you said, "Oh, okay. Can you go help us find it?" He said, "No." Then you said, "Okay, well, we're just going to continue riding the wrong way."
Well, he said that it was flying in the northwest.
Yeah, we're heading for the town, and he pointed not towards the town.
It's cool. He doesn't say anything to you guys. You guys continue to ride.
I got a question though. Like, can we take the horses through the woods? Like, how thick is it?
We
Pretty
just
thick.
did.
But you can.
I don't know, my horse is like a freaking destrier, so it could probably go through
Yeah.
quite a bit of underbrush.
So I'm gonna turn my horse towards the northwest and point with my sword. We ride this way. The beast, Genosius, says that it is this way, and I charge off towards the northwest. Not exactly most perceptive.
Alright, Grog, roll a perception survival.
Oh joy!
You can do it, man.
I'm gonna spend a willpower here.
Fly with Christ.
Says Saint Ragnar.
Not St. Ragnar, PJ.
Did it typical I have 2 successes? 3, because I spent a willpower.
Yeah, it's difficulty 7.
Ooh. Then 2 successes with the willpower.
Alright. So yeah, you start riding off into the woods in the general direction of where this thing went.
Screaming the horse to ride.
You catch sight of it like briefly, probably like a league ahead of you, flying, flapping its wings. Every so often it looks back down as if it spotted you before and like is trying to see you guys through the trees.
We should spread out to cover more ground, so that way, when anyone can seize the thing, they can blow their horn and give a signal, so that way you will know which direction it is going. And all head in the same general direction. This is how we hunt foxes.
Okay.
Alright, so if anybody's splitting up, make a
Well, I mean,
survival.
not not splitting up, but just covering more area. So if we
Panning
see
out.
it,
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
I am not taking the same path as Gron. So it's a wits survival.
Yeah.
Okay, 6 dice.
is my wits.
What's the difficulty?
Okay, it's 3.
7.
Okay, I got 1 success.
Let's see here.
You got 2, PJ.
Sweet.
I got looks like 1 success.
Alright. As long as you got at least 1 success, you don't get lost in the woods. But you all spread out, and then let's see.
And we basically are like far enough to where, like when I say spread out, it's like far enough to where like if you can yell, they would still hear you.
Okay, so Lucian, you spot the thing. It seems to like dip lower, as if it was avoiding something, and then you see like arrows start coming out of the tree line at the thing, and it starts to try to dodge. I need to pull up the sheet really quick.
I'm going to like get off my horse, or I don't know how close is it.
Pretty far.
All right, then I'll try to like, I will like take out my horn and blow like a large like hunting call and start heading off towards it, Boromir style.
Alright, this dude starts blowing his horn.
I guess I will move more towards his horn.
I adjust direction to go towards the sound.
I will be adjusting direction as well.
And when I see wherever, the line that he broke through the underbrush, I'll go through his path since it's, less difficult.
Alright. Okay, hold on, just give me 1 second because I have to find this fucking sheet.
All right, I'll just get a drink while you're doing that.
I don't remember if like Evan submitted it or if Rebecca did it herself. Oh, whatever. I'm just gonna make it up. I don't fucking care. This is what happens when people like don't give me their sheets. All right. It's 1 success versus oh shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So you see the you all look up and you see the gargoyle get struck in the wing by a really big arrow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shit. The arrow basically rips through the wing of this thing near the base, actually, like hitting the stalk where the wing is connected, and just shooting like directly through it. And the gargoyle drops from the sky like a rock about a mile ahead of you guys.
All right, I'm back.
Alright, the gargoyle dropped about a mile ahead of us.
Got hit in the wing. It looked like it almost took the wing completely off, and then it fell from the sky like a rock.
All right, I guess I'll pull my sword out just to be ready.
Alright. Everybody make perception alertnesses.
I am spending for claws.
Alright, you get 2 successes, feature.
I though.
Alright.
All right.
You got 1, Chris?
Yeah, it looks like.
I
Okay.
got 1 as well. Sorry, I removed it, but I got 1.
Okay. So, you see up ahead, a group of probably like 4 large, burly, barrel-chested men with dark facial hair and dark chest hair. They wear like battle harnesses, and some of them have 2 of them have spears, and 2 of them have swords, and 2 of them have axes. So there's 6 dudes, whatever, and they're in like a circle around the gargoyle, who is like down on the ground, basically laying on what's left of its wing. And every time they get like too close, or a spear tip gets too close, the gargoyle like lashes out and swipes with a big, huge gargoyle hand, and they jump back. And they don't seem to be paying much mind to you.
Are they in a clearing?
Well, they're in. No, it's not really a clearing. It's just like a space of woods where the gargoyle is dropped through. So there's a big hole in like the canopy where it fell through, and like there's a bunch of smashed branches on the ground. But there's still plenty of trees around here.
I'll trot next to Ziggy and ask him if he knows who these guys are.
Can I make a politics check to see like whose woods these are?
Sure.
Alright. Intelligence politics, I guess.
Mhm.
Alright, what's my difficulty?
6.
I got 2 successes.
Okay. The city of Zemace and the surrounding area is under VC control.
Alright, so I'll whisper as it could be with the Zemis. But I'll look at them since they're not really paying us any heed. And I'll say, we have come for this beast.
One of them looks up with like a spear, and he points it at you guys, and he says something to his brothers, and they kind of look over at you, and they like return their fucking attention to the gargoyle as it swipes at them, and they spin around like, "Oh, we have felled this beast. If you help us slay it, we will gladly accept the help. It's a demon."
Auspex read these guys.
Alright, while they're like all paying attention to Ziggy, I'm gonna like get off my horse and slip behind some trees and obfuscate.
I'm gonna
Okay.
slip off my horse and retract my claws so these mortals don't flip out about big ass 6-inch claws.
I remain on my horse, cross my arms over the neck of the horse, kind of lean in forward towards them, and Auspex read them. I got 3 successes on that. See
Okay.
if there's
They're
supernatural in any way.
they're not supernatural. They're humans, and they're in a state of like fear and excitement, and also suspicion.
Alright, I got you. They don't. Do they have any? Since I'm, I guess, using Auspex and staring at them, do they have any insignia, or are they like a mercenary group, or a town guard, or something like that, associated with any guilds or what have you?
Make another intelligence politics.
All right. Let me see what my intelligence specialty is here. Problem solver. I don't think that works. Nothing.
Okay. Yeah, you don't gather any. They're not wearing any insignias or anything. They're wearing like furs and like boiled leathers.
And how many of them are there?
There's 6.
All right.
Yeah, Ragnar will get closer, and he will. I guess Garg's character got lost in the woods.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Geosius is also not with you. Or at least he doesn't seem to be with you.
All right. So if it's just me and Ragnar, if it seems like it's just me and Ragnar, I'll kind of glance at Ragnar as he's approaching these guys, and I'll say offhand, it looks like it is unable to fly.
It roars.
I'll try to lie to the beast and say, if you surrender, you will remain in one piece. I guarantee it.
Please! I was promised protection. It like whines at you.
I raise my hand and say, these men with these spears, they will not stab you unless you provoke. Simply surrender.
I surrender. I surrender. Take me home.
I glance at the men with the spears.
They nod at you and lunge in.
All right. Not what I was going for, but great. Let's do it.
Alright.
All right, spearman.
All right. While they're talking, I want you to spend blood using level 2 to turn it to poison.
Okay.
I can get up to 4 blood points that way. So
Okay, well, it's absolutely impossible for her not to die from this spear stab. So, the two spearmen, as she surrenders and puts her hands up a little bit, drive the spears into her armpits, and blood comes out of her mouth. She coughs blood, and they just stab her into the ground. Keep stabbing her and stabbing her, and the dudes with swords and axes hack away at her too, until she's just like a pulpy mess on the ground.
I asked for a sword for one of the guys that came up with one of the swords, and I'll just while they're just because she's obviously been torped after the spears, I'll just rip her, decapitate her head with the sword.
All right, make a strength roll.
I'll just saw, it doesn't matter to me.
You can't saw. You're gonna have to hit it off in a mighty blow. It's made of stone.
Oh. Okay. I don't really have mighty blows with my sword.
Well, I mean, it's a Dark Ages sword. So
okay.
What is your strength?
All right, it's I guess I gotta do Dex melee to hit, which is 3 dice.
All right, you hit.
Okay, and then I have a strength 1.
You do 1 point of damage. It takes you 10 minutes of hacking and hacking and hacking and hacking to get this thing away.
Okay.
And as you separate the head from the body, everything in it turns to pale gray stone, and the body begins to crack, and a crack runs through the head and everything, but it doesn't completely crumble, and the body turns to rocks, and all these dudes jump back. Oh my god! Oh well, a lot of help you guys were. Thank you very much for distracting them.
I nod my head to him, and I pick up the head.
They start gathering up pieces of the stones. They'll never believe us. They're we'll never hear about it anyway, says one of the other ones. You know we can't go back.
You can't let anyone know of the story, you realize.
There's no one to let know. They're all still back in the north. We're the only ones who made it out, as far as we know.
Where are you from?
The mountains, the forests beyond the mountains, just all the way to the north of the river past the monasteries. All of our tribesmen were turned to a strange cult. They worship dark things. And the wolves have come for our children in the night.
Yes,
These
the
guys-
tainted ones.
These guys are speaking French, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll break into Latin, hoping these guys aren't educated. And I'll say to Ragnar, I'll say, will we let them go? They
I'll
have
take
seen a
them.
lot.
I'll take them.
To the deaths, I hope.
You have nothing, correct? But the weapons and the clothes on your back?
And a boat, but yes.
Come with me and be my men. I intend to destroy what has taken your home. And I have the resources to do so.
You don't look like you have resources. You look like one of ours, but strange.
I am blessed by the gods of the far north.
One of those. We've seen some of your brothers in the north. They rampage with blood in their eyes, ruin everything they come into contact with. They take our wives and load them onto their boats and travel against the current. Unnatural.
That is true. Those are my people. But I am dedicated to destroy the one who ran you out of your home.
But who is that? We don't even know what has started this change in our brothers.
I will get very close to him. A long, deep evil that is rooted in the earth has come and twisted your people. Now they do debaucherous acts. People who once accounted you brother are doing evil, maligned acts. I know
Yes,
this.
we know. They came in the night, and they hacked the children, and threw them on the pyre. And they raped the wives, and hacked them, and threw them on the pyre. Then they raped the men, and cut them open, and pulled their organs out as they raped them, ate them, then they threw them on the pyre. And when all the bloodletting had come to an end, and the last man besides us was killed, for we hid well, they began to throw each other on the pyre, and cackled while they did it. And the ones on the pyre cackled even the louder.
I know. Now you can leave. You're hill folk. These civilized town folk won't want to deal with you.
This much we know.
And you can wander around for as long as you can. The wolves this far south are quite dangerous as well. Or you can take the opportunity that I offer you and you can travel with me.
One of them with the sword who lent you his sword steps forward. I've already given you my sword.
I'll hand it back
I
to
will
you.
travel with you. You have my sword for your help against this demon. And you as well, with the honeyed tongue. He points over at Ziggy.
I'll just cock my head slightly. I have no need for you, but if you will have you, you can run with rags, I suppose.
Fine. We will travel with you. And where is it that you travel?
We go to
You
the
do
main.
not go to the cities, particularly to Rain, with their profane idols.
Yes, it's something that I need to address. Ragnar has his map. Do you have a map of the south?
No.
Do any of you have any hide?
I have. Are you asking out of character?
No. I asked totally.
Like
Asked.
hide, like cowhide.
Oh shit! No, I don't. I shake my head. If he's asking me.
We may have some leather at the boat. If you'd follow us, we're not too far away. The river is only over there, and they point a little farther northwest.
Okay. Sure, I will. I don't care.
So these guys start wandering, like, on foot towards the northwest, and as they do as if you follow them, like
I'll
the
bring my
farther
horse.
you go
Yeah.
northwest, you start hearing like the sound of the river.
I don't follow. I stay back because there's like an idle horse here, so I'll
Yes.
kind of like stay on my horse and kind of glance at.
Well, I mean, my squire would be leading it,
That's right. Okay. Yeah. So
Okay,
I follow.
cool.
but step out from behind like one of the trees. If I can find my piece of shit.
Alright.
I just like kind of step out from behind one of the trees after they're talking to these guys.
Zig, what's your wits alertness?
My wits is 4. My alertness is 2.
So 6.
Yeah. My specialty is change of strategy, which doesn't imply ever.
Okay. Hey Chris, what's yours?
Wits alertness 5.
Okay, never mind. Then Ziggy's the highest, unless PJ's got a higher one.
No, I don't.
Oh wait, you're off with the dudes. These dudes are washing the horses. But Zig, like you look at Ragnar as he's like starting to walk away with these people, and you look back and there is an errant horse. There's no squire with the horse.
Ah, so there is a horse here, eh? Huh.
The squire was just here, like, just a second ago.
Wait, who's squire? This is not our horse.
Chris's squire. This is Chris's horse. Chris's squire was leading the horse after Chris dismounted and went wherever it is he went.
Yeah.
And then you looked away at Ragnar for like a split second, and you turned back, and the squire was gone.
Okay, but Guy de Lusignan has come out of out from behind the tree.
Yeah, and
So,
you also notice that your squire is missing.
Well, like he's like a fucking ghoul, so I don't. He can just be jumped.
Huh?
I mean, he's a ghoul. I mean, he's a retainer that I bought with points. So
I know.
mean,
I rolled for it.
Alright, can I make a look to see if there's any tracks or any evidence of anything happening? Or would have happened?
Do a perception survival.
Yeah, my Auspex sight is on.
Okay, so it's reduced.
So can you turn on 2 senses at once or no?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I'll turn on sight and hearing, just in case there's something cracking in the forest. So perception 4, and what did you want me to roll? Investigation or alertness?
Survival.
Survival. Okay, that's 5 dice. I'll spend a willpower in this. What's my difficulty? I got
With the reduced difficulty, it'd be 5.
All right, I got 5 successes with willpower.
Okay. So, you hear, oh god! And then a crunch.
Do I know the direction? I take it?
Yeah, the opposite direction that Ragnar went in.
Alright. Shit. Well, I'll glance over to Guy de Lusignan. Don't say anything, but I'll gesture in the direction. I'll have a frantic look on my face. I'll get off my horse.
we're gonna head over there.
My horse makes more sound than me, and I'll try to do a stealthy approach in that direction.
Alright, if you both are trying to approach stealthily, make stealth rolls.
Alright, well, that's dexterity of 2, stealth of 2. I'll spend blood into dex.
Okay.
So how long is a turn out of combat? Like 3 seconds still, or is it longer?
6. I don't know. What are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to like enhance my dice pool before I start stealthing around. Because right now it's 4, and I want to boost it up to 6.
Well, when you blood up, if it doesn't take you over your generational limit, it stays for a scene.
All right, so I'm gonna I just want to know how long it takes me to blood my dex. So if it was combat, it would take me 6 seconds. So I'll just spend 6 seconds of boosting my dex before I make this roll. And my stealth roll is 2 successes.
I have 6 successes.
Badass.
Yeah, sorry, what happened? My computer froze for like 30 seconds.
I got 2 successes, and Chris got 6 successes to stealth up to the guy, or to the sound. I'm gonna be in obfuscate. Out of 2.
Okay.
I mean, I could be obfuscated, but I'm just like following whatever this thing is, sneak into the woods, quiet as fuck.
Alright, anybody beat 8 successes on their stealth?
Nope.
Okay. So, looks up at you like out of the corner of his eye and wipes his mouth a little bit and then continues eating.
Who does this? This guy?
Yeah.
Oh, motherfucker. Alright. Well,
Alright, I charge him.
Tax for hunting in my woods.
he gets charged. Alright.
I fucking charge the guy and attack him. I don't give a shit.
Alright. Roll for initiative.
Alright, I'll roll for initiative, dude, just in case I have to jump in there. 12.
Okay.
Hey, when you change your action in combat, is that a wits roll? Or is that a something else roll?
It's a willpower roll, and it's technically supposed to only be for defensive actions.
Huh. What the fuck is wits changes in strategy?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, well, whatever. Should have just gotten witty. Specialty to wits, witty.
That guy's witty as fuck.
Alright, so
Intelligence.
Gio's got 16.
I got an 11.
Okay. How about Zig?
I got a 12.
Okay. So, Chris, what are you doing?
This guy fucking just killed my dude for like no fucking reason, so I'm attacking him. I mean, I didn't even do anything on anything.
He said, attacks for hunting in my woods.
Alright, well, I didn't do any hunting. It was like all those dudes, so this guy can fucking eat a dick.
Alright, Zig, what do you do?
All right, I'm hiding still, right? So technically,
Sure.
so I'm still an obfuscate. So I will.
What is your obfuscate level?
2.
Okay, his allspecs is 2.
All right. Are we rolling off, or is he too busy eating?
I mean, he's too busy looking at Chris charging him.
Okay. I'm gonna hold my action to last. I got no idea what I'm gonna do. So I'll fuck. Probably I'll use a discipline. Fuck it.
Okay. He's just gonna grab you, Chris.
Whatever.
Alright.
Hey, you
so
still got that blood stuff, right? You did
Yeah.
with you.
It doesn't matter. I mean, he's gonna fucking beat it because it's an opposed stamina roll. So who gives a shit?
Alright, he's got 6 successes to grapple you. Zig, this would be your turn, but if you're holding your action, Chris, it's your turn. You can try to, if you roll a willpower, you can try to abort to dodge if you'd like to dodge the grab, or whatever.
I mean, I'll spend a blood point and activate my celerity, and I'll use my main action to dodge, to abort to dodge, sure, whatever.
Okay, so
I
roll
also,
willpower to abort to dodge.
I also, well, if I I have the supple joints merit for if I want to escape the grab. I don't know if that applies here or not.
Not yet, because you've yet to be grabbed. He's got 6 successes. You gotta
Okay.
beat 6 to not be grabbed. But first, you gotta roll willpower.
Okay. So I got at
That's a lot of
least 3
successes.
successes. Yeah.
Yeah, you're good for your willpower.
All right. So yeah, I'm going to roll my dodge. Um, 1, 2.
Alright, so you'll cancel out 2 of the successes, but he still grabs you with 4 successes. And now, I guess it'll be, if you want to get out of this grab, it'll be an opposed strength brawl.
All right. Can I spend my other blood point to buff my strength this
Yeah,
round?
sure. But you should do it all at the beginning of the turn next time.
Can Chris does his supple joints give him like a minus dip or something?
Yeah, sure. Have it at -1 diff.
But
So diff
we'll say
diff
minus
5 for you.
2.
Okay, so have it at
Well-
-2 then.
Yeah.
Diff 4 for you.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, he's got 13. Alright, so he grabs you, and Zig, your turn.
Alright, seeing this grab, I come out of hiding.
Alright.
In the background, I'll spend a willpower for this. There's a loud sound of hunting dogs, like trying to create the impression that there's like a hunting party coming.
Okay.
I will loudly say to Chiosius, using my knowledge of law, which is at 1, I'll say, you must withhold destruction. You cannot kill another of the blood. Such duty is only for the prince.
Alright. Chris, your celerity action.
No, I'm just going to break the hold.
Okay.
I'm gonna, One, 2, 3, 4.
Alright, he beats you. So you are still held. Okay, so declaring for the next round. Chris.
All right, since I'm touching him, can I spit blood in his face?
Yes, you can.
Right, then that's what I'll do.
Alright. Zig.
The sound of the incoming hunting party will get much louder and more ferocious. And I will approach them just to be within, touching range. Actually, no, just outside sweeping range, so he can't, attack me unless he breaks the lock. And I will reason with him, take it the fuck out.
Okay. He's going to bite Chris. Alright, he's got 4 successes to bite you.
Whatever.
He does 5 aggravated damage.
Alright, I'll soak.
Alright. And he initiates the kiss. So roll willpower.
Alright, that's a post stamina for him.
Alright.
Because my blood's poison.
Alright. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes.
Alright, let's see. I gotta read the power for this for a second. Alright, so tunes of the drink are automatically considered to be successfully hit. Victim may resist with a stamina fortitude roll, difficulty 6, successes on the subtract from my successes. Da, 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 da. So I get, what did I get on that roll? It was like something like 3 successes. So
You got 8.
I don't know if it goes down to the minimum or what, but
What do you mean?
for like hit the stam drain, because it's like
He like soundly beat your successes.
Okay. But I don't know if it because the thing is beating the things only reduces the time. It doesn't like reduce the effect. But if you want to say it doesn't do anything, then it doesn't do anything.
Okay, so what's the minimum time?
It's a turn, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm dead anyway.
Okay, so I mean it'll last for a turn, whatever it is. What happens for a turn?
However much blood he drinks, he loses that much stamina.
Okay. So yeah, he loses 5 stamina for 1 turn.
Okay.
He drinks 5 of your blood. Zig, your turn.
Alright, now the hunting group will appear. I'll spend another willpower point. It's like the entire, right behind me, the entire like tree line. Now that you can see, there's like people holding torches, dressed in like leathers, with like crossbows. And from one of them, he would hear, "There he is!" And another one will say, "He's breaking the prince's peace." And I will try to put on an acting performance and widen my eyes and look to Geosius and say, "You must run! Escape, and do not complete the sin." That's what I do. You want me to roll anything? Because this is chemistry and it's all free.
I mean, no. I mean, if you want to roll that acting roll, but he's
Oh,
just going to
sure.
say like, "Fuck the prince."
Alright, well, I'm just gonna make the acting roll anyway. Charisma or manipulation?
Everyone is like totally aware that he tried to attack the prince in his own Elysium and
I
then
see.
got put in a dungeon and then melted the wall and left.
Oh, everyone's aware? So I would be aware too, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so who's like the local dude here?
He is.
He is?
Yeah, Geosius is.
Alright, well, I'll just say that the locals are... I said, the locals are fed up with your bullshit. You must run.
Alright,
Alright, that's what I'll say.
Chris, your turn.
I mean, I can't do anything. I'm being kissed.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Well, in that case, he's going to continue to blood drain you with more
Well,
bites.
then, into scene. See you guys later.
Well, he drains you to torpor. Okay, never mind. I guess he kills you.
Alright,
Alright.
so what does he do to me?
He drains your guy to, like, exsanguination, and then tosses him at you.
Alright, so wait, he tosses...
He tosses Chris's torpored body at you.
Okay. I, like, in shock. I guess I would lose the concentration on the people behind me when this happens. So they would all just disappear into like nothing. And I stare at him, unsure. Like I'm kind of like I'm looking at a bear. Like I don't want to run. Some kind of like frozen staring at him.
You may leave, Malvoisin. As I told your sire, you have my blessing as long as you stick to the paths. When your friend is in a safe place, I will come for him and rouse him from his slumber. Do not forget my generosity this day.
I'll nod slowly. I'll look like I want to say something, but I just don't. And I'll back up to the horses. And
Make sure his horse is returned to him as well.
A torpid body, is it rigor mortis or is it like malleable?
Um,
Can I
It's
like
full-
drape him?
it's-
over the horse?
When you're staked, your body is rigid, and when you're not staked, your body is limp.
yeah, he's not staked, so he's like he's like a loose mummy, like a foam mummy that you would have bought from like a Halloween store. You know, like one of those aliens that you can like lay on a lawn chair, like that kind of texture.
All right. So I can drape him over the horse then, right?
Yeah, easily.
All right. So I'll put him up over the horse. I'll pump blood into strength. So I'm pretty sure he might have had armor on, so I'll put like 2 blood into strength. Put him over the horse. I'll grab the reins of his horse. Is there any way to like train the squire's horse to this too, or no? Because horses are expensive.
You can like lash them together. That's
Yeah,
fine.
that's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. I'll lash them together, and
Okay.
I'll make way back to the capital. Because that's
All right.
we're the closest to the capital.
Mhm. You'll get there by the end of the night.
I'll I don't know if there's. I'll blow the horn that Chris's character had, but it will be like a low. Like it will be obvious that it's not Chris that's blowing the horn, just to let Ragnar know that something's up. It will
Yeah,
be
Ragnar, you hear that shit.
it'll be like a low kind of wailing sound, and then it will like let's say like 1 minute later, it will pick up again, but maybe like further off. Basically, what I want to convey is that like I'm retreating. I'm not gonna follow him.
I mean, you don't. I understand that was Ziggy's intention, but you absolutely don't get any of that from. You just hear the horn being blown. Like you don't hear the emotion of Ziggy forlornly blowing the horn. It's just like a
Well,
horn.
I mean, like if I was in trouble, right, I would blow the
you
horn
hear like
hardcore. Yeah, you hear like a that kind of thing, like a low wail.
Yeah, you're muted by the way, PJ. In case you don't know.
Okay, well, I heard it. That's cool. I mean, I don't have any. Like, how close are we to this guy's place?
It was like maybe like 20-minute walk. But that was because they were walking on foot. Like you were following these dudes on foot. So on horse, it's like 5 minutes.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, how have I made it there?
Oh yeah, you're pretty much almost there. They're like, oh, yep, that's the boat, and you hear like the horn blasting from behind you.
Okay. I tell them to hold tight, and I will be back soon.
All right, the boat's pulled up on the shore, by the way, and it's got like it's got like the big like main piece of the boat, and then in the center of the deck of the boat is like a shack, basically, or like built into the boat. No windows or anything, and there's like a cooking pot and a little like metal bowl for a fire in there, and they all go in there and start like making stew as you go back.
Okay. So I ride back to Ziggy quickly.
All right, you get to him by following the sound of the horn.
You'll see Guy de Lusignan on the back of the horse, and I'll look at you with like I'll actually when you ride up behind me, I'll look a bit startled and glance back at you with like wide eyes, and then I relax just enough.
What happened?
Geosius, he attacked the squire. Guy de Lusignan did his duty to protect his or to revenge on this outrage. This creature of the woods, he will only bring harm.
Ragnar will kind of he just kind of like shrugs. He's like, I understand that Geosius can cause distress for others, but there's not much you can do.
There is plenty that can be done. These woods can be avoided.
I usually do not travel through his woods. Your sire made a pact with them, and it is likely true that your friend is only alive because of the pact that your sire made with Geosius.
I'll squint an eye. And it is very unfortunate. A man was lost. A good man from my understanding. A possible candidate for the embrace. Now a corpse in the woods. But this is how things are, I suppose.
Ragnar will only nod.
I'll turn my horse so I stop it from continuing on. Not like glance at you, Ragnar. Where do you stand in this? You are friends with this Geosius.
He is my elder.
He is your elder. He is against the prince, and you take from the prince's stable the land that he has given you. Are your loyalties with the prince or with this Geosius of the woods?
My loyalty is to destroying the demon above all else.
And this man here, who is now torpid, gave his sword to this cause of yours. A reward which you said would be yours was set Chantry up to the north. And now he is here, returning back to the city as a heap, no longer the strong knight with his back raised high. And you refuse to answer a simple question of loyalty. Where this man is in this condition simply because he decided to follow you.
I did not say that this man did not get reward, but I did not force him to come with me. And I will not be paying debts of other kindred.
No, you do not need to pay debts.